Yo, what's up? What's good? We are going. This is my weekly markup, my weekly charts. We're gonna see what we got going on. Yeah, my nose red and everything. I just got finished with the class. I'm back at it again. Um, we did a markup on GJ and people liked it. People was like, "Oh, girl, hey, do another one." So hey, I give the people what the people want. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm only gonna be marking up my charts and my favorite pairs that I'm gonna be looking at this week. The pairs that I look up, I'm not gonna go through every single thing. Definitely going to be looking at some charts that I can mark up for the group in my classes. Of course, if you want to know more, if you want to get more of these videos, man, you got to do what you got to like that button. You got to hit that button. You got to set that little bell, all those good things, because definitely this is the Mother Mother. And I want to make sure that you guys are getting these videos, learning a skill set. Definitely, I think it's important that whoever that you learn from, whether it be me, whether it be whatever, you definitely want to make sure that you're getting some authenticity when it comes down to trading Forex and just understanding the skill set behind it, right? So a lot of people will get on here or YouTube, or it's so, and I wouldn't even say it's oversaturated because there's no other Jewel, there's no other Tyrone or Cassidy or whatever names are. There's no other one. There's only one person that's doing what you're doing. And I think, the oversaturation does come about because there are a lot of people that um, they're trying to overshadow, and they're like, oh, well, I trade this and I can show you how to make 10,000 in 2 days and I can show you how to make this, whatever. And I think that's great. I don't do strategies. And I say this in my class, like I don't do strategies. I literally do systems. Like I feel like it's a system you follow. I feel like it's a procedure that you follow. Like I just don't feel like I have a specific strategy that it can personally use and say, hey, this is what I use to make money. But I guess when you kind of look at it, it could be a strategy. But I personally think that I just follow a certain way to trade. Like I trade zone to zone. I trade with certain indicators. I do trade with those indicators, but I just think that I don't really have a strategy that really, really, really works. Like I just think that I just do the basic, simple zone to zone, supply and demand. Sometimes I use some price action. Sometimes I don't even use indicators. Sometimes it's just all about um, Fibonacci, and maybe I may have a simple 20 moving average, and that's it. Zone to zone, and I use my fractals. Other than that, I like to go on a higher time frame. So we're going to go ahead and look at USDK. Now, this is one of my favorites. So what we have to do is I always like to go to the daily, and I can clearly see. Let's go ahead and let's mark this up. Let's go ahead and let's do what we needed to do. So let's go ahead and mark this up on our daily chart. And what we got here. And we're going to get our highs and our lows. So clearly we are sitting at an area of resistance and support, resistance, and now we're sitting at the level of support. So I can clearly see that it's from the daily chart that it's reached that high and definitely came down to this area of support. And so I'm going to make this green because this is on the daily chart. And I like to use green for my daily. So we go ahead here. And actually it bought up. So it came and hit this low, which I'm pretty sure is a low on the hour or the 4 hour or the 30 minutes, a low somewhere. So hit here. And now we're back at this particular area of support and resistance. So I can clearly see that my candles are here. Let's go ahead and mark this up green, because what we have to understand is that we are now at an area of high. in between our major zone. So we don't trade off the daily. I sure don't. So let's go ahead and go down to the 4 hour. I said that particular look, this particular support in between the zone was a low somewhere. And that's exactly what it was. It was a low on the 4 hour. So let's go ahead. We're going to mark this up. I use my 4 hour. I make it pink. This is what I typically do on my classes. We're going to mark up this chart. So now that we have hit this area, we got a low, we got a high. Let me go ahead and move this out the way. So now we can see that we are reached an area, same thing, same resistance, same area. So now it's like, okay, hey, what you going to do? What are you going to do? So let's go ahead and go on down to the 1 hour. So clearly we left this area of what? Support, came back up here, hit this high on the 1 hour. All right. So my 1 hour, we're going to make it turquoise. We're going to do that. Same thing over here. We're going to turquoise it out because that's what we got. And now we're sitting at this area. It's the same thing, you guys. Like, so it's like I'm sitting at this area of what? Support. So if I break this support area, man. So one thing that I like to do, and if I'm having trouble with identifying those support and resistance areas, I can clearly see, and I can usually identify. I can see that my candles are actually stopping right about here because they did it over here in the past, and they stopped here, and they stopped here, and they stopped here, and they also stopped there. I can see that this area. So what I'm going to do is, um, I'm going to put a indicator that I use. I like to use the support and resistance with breaks. So let's go ahead and mark these charts up. Like, so clearly we're going to go ahead and change this color because we are on the 1 hour. And we got this support, resistance. Here we go. We got this first area of, and I can see candles kind of broke through here and stopped here. Here they stopped here. Look. It stopped right there. So this is an area of another area of support and resistance. All right. So I don't need all of that. I'm going to hide that. Make sure I got my fractals on here. Let's put those fractals and we can clearly see those are fractals. Those are fractals. So I don't really trade off of the 1 hour. But what I will say is this. I'm looking at this 1 hour, from this low to high. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my Fibonacci, you guys. I'm going to look at the 30-minute. Let me go ahead and go to my 30-minute chart real quick, though. So look at my 30-minute. I make that black. Because we got some few trades to look at. So we're going to make this black, and we clearly can see that it's hit this low, high. And now, man, look, we still at a resistance. We were at a support area. So let me just zoom out and so you can see what's really going on. So I'm at this daily area of support, right? This is that low that we were talking about, but this is that area of resistance, but it's a support on the 30-minute. There's no other way to do it. So one thing that I love is I'm going to go ahead and draw this field on the 30-minute. Now, last week on GJ, I put now it's identifiable with your colors, and you can change the colors. Let me just say this. I like to be all black. You can have the colors here. Like, there's no right or wrong way to use this fib with the colors. I just personally want to, like, I like the colors. It's cool. You want to make sure that you are definitely going from the area. You want to make sure that your wicks are on point. All right, there we go. So I use the colors. I don't think it's anything wrong with using the colors, but sometimes you can also just go, let's do this. Let's just use one color and we're going to take the background off so we can see what's going on. So we clearly see that it hit the 618, it hit the 38%, it kept going, and now we're at the 23%. So really, it hasn't broken this support yet. So one thing that you want to make sure that you do, I tell people all the time, the 38%, 50%, 618. Talk about this all the time. These are major golden zones. So this is your golden area. So you, even if you wanted to mark this up, it's the golden area, right? Even if you wanted to do the 50%, because guess what? This is your middle of your trade. This is telling you, hey, this is 50% of the chart. So if I do that, look at where my candles are hitting and coming down, right? Look at where my candles came in. They came in this particular zone and they bounced up. So even look, hit that 50%, bounced up, hit the 50%, hit the 50%, came up out of there. Let's go. Hit that 50%, came up out of there. Came in the 50%, bounced out of there, right? So I can clearly see that this 50%. So now if I want to go to a higher time frame just to see what's really going on, and let me go to the hour, it's still going to be the same thing. It's still going to be the same trade being formed. It's telling me, hey, I'm sitting at an area of support. There's no, I'm not even here. I'm not even here. I'm not even at these different places. So right now, my job is to do what? Is to literally wait for the break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my moving averages on and let's see what we got. Come on, man. I can't make this up. Look at it. Right? So I already know, man, I got to break this. If I break this support, we already know this is the 50%. 50% is not strong, but it's definitely an area that you want to be cautious of because every time that your candles are coming into that area, they are making a sale. So if I hit that 50%, that's 54 pips. If I break through that 50%, I got 77. But right here is where my 200 and my 800 lie. I'm not taking no trade. So even if I take it for the sale, I got enough pips to get this sale to this area. But if I come here, I know that guess what? I'm going to take this sale. So chances are USD CAD is coming out because it's leaving a high and coming down to here. So chances are this is a support area. If I remove this zone and I take it away, that's an area of support. So regardless of what's going on, I know that I have to at least break this area first before anything. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back. There we go. So yeah, it's got to break it. My microphone just did a whole little Watusi. It's got to break the area, you guys. Got to break that area. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at, we're going to look at gold. Come on, man. We're going to look at gold. Let's look at gold. Let's see what gold going to be doing. Oh, man. Let's look at gold. So I have been using the same markup since the week before last. And I don't want to get rid of my markups, right? Because it's been doing so well. I'm not willing to let it go. But I think it is time for me to redo my chart because it just is. So gold is sitting here. It's at a low. one thing that I do know, I think gold, um, I don't know. It's very hard to dictate to where gold is going to go right now. Um, it is. So it made a massive sale on, let's see what day this was, last week, right before Friday. It made this massive sale. I posted it up talking about what gold was going to actually do. It really didn't do anything. It kind of just came to this area and it's just sitting here. Now, the only thing that you have to understand is that right now we're in a downtrend and I have fractals right here and I have fractals right here. And I have my 50 moving average right here. If it breaks this 50 for the buy, you definitely have a nice buy. Let me just say this. If it breaks 1797, if it breaks it and retests and does what it needs to do for the buy, because we're sitting at a low, it is going to be a nice payout for your girl. That's a nice payout because I'm heading to my 800 and I'm heading to the zone. So that way I come in, I see what's on the 30-minute. My 200 is sitting there on a 30-minute. I go to my 4-hour. I see it's definitely going to hit that. So my thing right now is this, is that I have reached this low, came here, and it came here every last time. So it hit here, bought up, hit here, bought up. Now we're sitting here. But if it breaks it, if it breaks the support area and it continues, you have this right here to look out for. Fractal, 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 fractal. Here, here, here. Breaks through that zone. Another nice sale. So I don't know if it's actually going to come all the way down here. But yeah, that's gold. I'm willing to bet that it's going to buy up. I'm hoping that it buys up. There's a possibility that it could definitely break that support. I think it could definitely happen. So yeah, it could definitely happen. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead. Let's look at Euro NZD. I just talked about this earlier. Ooh, let's look at Euro NZD. So Euro NZD last week, look at that double bottom. Oh my goodness. Look at that double bottom that it made. Jeez. I talked about this and it bought all the way up. So let's go ahead. We're going to take all this off. We're going to take these moving averages off. We're going to keep these fractals. We're going to go for no 4-hour. Let's go ahead. Let's mark up these charts, man. It don't take all day to do absolutely nothing. I'm a firm believer of it don't take all that. It don't take all that. It don't take all that. All right, my fiance's uncle said it. It don't take all that. So look, we got this markup. We're sitting at a high. Definitely, let's look and see where the support area. I can see that it coming here. Here, definitely let's mark it up for that support. Hit here. So now we're not gonna trade off the 4-hour. Look at that. Right? So we are on the 1-hour chart. Man, I don't take all day to me to mark up no charts. So right now, that is definitely a nice little drop. It's 157. I don't need all of that, but we gotta have areas in between because we see that it's going up into a came from this low, went to this high. Let's see where the S.W.S.T.E.M drew it. Yeah, see, right now, your candles aren't doing anything. So you gotta let them break, do something. Gotta let it break the structure. If it breaks the structure, like if it does the break of structure, it's gonna continue on down. Definitely, it's gonna continue. Let's put your moving averages on. Yeah. So my 200 is sitting right here. Let me go ahead and take this fib off. My 200 is sitting actually right about here. All right. My 800 is sitting right about here. You remember your 800, 200 are always used as support and resistance areas. And this is the hour. All right. So look, we got to let it break that. I don't personally think if it breaks it, you definitely have some money. 77 pips all the way to that area. But it has to BOS it. It has to break the structure. Um, let's draw our trend line. It has to break. It's got to break this area. Because see, if you look at what it did on a 30-minute, it just came down just to do whatever it needed to do. It hit this low. Let's go ahead and break this whole shit. Let's go ahead and look at that 4 hour. Yeah, that's go. I have a hard time sometime on them lower time frames with these trend lines. Yeah. Yeah. If it come down, that's a nice sale to hit here, right? Um, it's been going up, 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 but it gotta BOS it. It's gotta break that structure. Break a structure. It's definitely gotta do that. Let's do this. Shoot. You do it on the 1 hour, you guys. It's coming down, but let's look at where our 50 is. Talk about the 50. It's gotta break it. If it breaks this, if it breaks 1.69761, if it breaks that, you could possibly get paid if it breaks that structure. Only if it breaks it. We gotta let it break it, let it form, let it figure out what it wants to do. Yeah, gotta let it do that. That's your NZD. Let's go ahead and let's look at EuroCAD. EuroCAD is one of my pairs. I like EuroCAD. Oh, look at EuroCAD, you guys. So remember, y'all, today is Sunday. Okay. Um, you can say where you think the market's gonna go. Today is Sunday. Um, I don't typically trade on Monday. I just kind of let the market do whatever it's gonna do. But these are my predictions. And I don't even like to use the word predictions because I can't predict nothing, right? I don't predict anything. Um, I drew this up last week and EuroCAD has been on a downtrend. So right now, Let's see what your CAD did on the hour. Let's look at it. The hidden area of resistance, the 23%, I think it's going to continue on down to the downside. Right now, it's in an area of zone. It's going to go back down. I think Euro NZD I think Euro CAD is going to continue to the downside. Definitely look forward to hit this area. If it does hit this area of support, then you can figure out what's your next move. But it's definitely on a channel, on a continuation. Let's go ahead and let's look at this. I'm gonna draw up this let me draw up this parallel channel. Yeah, definitely. Let's keep it going. I think it's going to keep going. If it does just retesting to break up, it's got to come back in this area. We got the 30-minute because we got our 800 sitting right here. So even if it does, remember 800 is always a support and resistance. Support. Even if it comes to, we have to break this, but we're at the 200. So I think it's going to continue on down for that sale that we're looking for. All right, that's Euro CAD. Let's do one more. Let's go ahead and let's do one more. I haven't really. I looked at gold. I looked at Euro CAD. I looked at Euro NZD. I looked at USD CAD. Let's go ahead. Let's look at GU and GJ real quick. Let's look at the babies. Let's look at the babies. Oh, come on, y'all. I'm finna mark this up. Let's go ahead and mark up GU. I'm gonna mark up GU from the beginning to the end. Let's go from the weekly. Y'all finna see it happening here. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Weekly, purple. I'm giving away my juice on my class, y'all. I'm giving it away. See how you gotta make sure you mark up that chart right. Look at that 800 sitting there on the weekly. On the god doggone weekly. Man, come on with it. That 200, 800 saved my life. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I mean, that's still a high, but it's just not the high that we need right now. Oh man, look at that. Look at that 200 sitting there. So this is what I know. This is what I know. This is gonna bounce off and go back up. Mark my word. Look at look on the weekly, y'all. Look on the damn weekly. Excuse me, I'm cussing. Look on the weekly. Look on this weekly. Hit this support. Your 200 is sitting right there. My 50 is sitting right there. Man, my word. If it come back up, it's going to take that buy. It's going to take the buy. If it breaks, it needs to break right here, 1.35751. It needs to break there for that buy. Let's go down to the daily. We're going to mark this thing up high. It's almost the same. We got a high daily green. We're going to go through this. We're not even finna finna just take our time. All right, 4 hour. Let's go ahead, 4 hour. 4 hour is, what is our 4 hour? That's pink. I try to be quick and sufficient. All right, here we go. We got that marked up. Let's do the 1 hour. Somebody's like, you mark up all your charts, you mark up every one last like that. I don't do every last one of them, but I do. I don't do them all. I don't really start with the weekly with everything. Just some high low. All right. We either gonna enter on the 30-minute or on the 15-minute. We got this 800 sitting right there. Huh, geez. Man, come on with it. It's going, man, I think. All right, so man, let's go ahead. We gonna mark up our daily. Oh man, hit that support, hit that support, hit that support, retest, sell. It's sitting in the area. That's 30 pip move right there. Look at that. Right there. 51 pips. I'm putting it right here. Because it hit here, hit here, hit here. And that's a support area. Because you gotta have an entry, a middle, and an end. If I drop my fib 38% right here, sitting here, that's at the 50%. So what I'm gonna do is this is my 50% zone. This is my 50% zone. Hit it there, hit it there. Come back up. That's where my 200 is sitting at. Man. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Look at where your 200s and 800 sitting at. If it come through here, we wanted to actually come into that zone. That's at 50%. So you could possibly definitely have a nice move to the upside. But if it break that 50% zone on the 1 hour, let's see if it's going to do it on a 4 hour. Yeah. I'm going to wait for it. I think GU, it's gotta break some areas though first. Cause that weekly definitely told it all. I think it's gonna do it. Cause the last trend. Yeah. On a daily. Mm-hmm. That's a 318 on a daily. Look at your fib. So we wanted to hit this because it's a 50% on a lower time frame, but it's your 38%. It's right below. It's actually it's right at it's your 50 on the daily. So if it hits that 50 on the daily, then you got it for real live action. So GU, I hope it does what it needs to do. Yeah. Like GU is just it's sitting real pretty. Definitely. So yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Everything looks good, man. GU. Shoot. I think we're gonna take that for the buy. Yeah, look at this hour. I wanted to break that 50%. If it break that 50%, and you definitely got a 40 pip move. So I think that's an amazing move. It's definitely doing what it needs to do. Everything looks good. So yeah. Man, look, this is just a weekly markup. This is just something that I look at. We got GU, we got gold, we got Euro NZD, we got USD CAD, and we got Euro CAD. We're gonna start the week off great. Definitely get prepared for this week. We're going to just mark up our charts. We're just trying to see exactly where the market is going, which direction it's going in, and we're definitely just going to make some money moves this week. This is the last. Well, no, this is actually going into the first of the month, 1st of February. So markets will be doing their own thing. Definitely, we already know how the first of the month is when it comes down to trading. So we're gonna allow the market to correct itself. But I personally don't trade on Monday, but I post some updates on my Twitter. Man, look, I said it before, I say it again, man. Hit that button, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and all of my social media and everything else will be dropped in the link below in the detail box. And you guys can get all the information that you need. Join my Discord, join all the good stuff. We share more ideas with learning how to do the skill and just learning about different things and sharing ideas. So definitely appreciate everyone getting on. And man, you know what? It is the Muddle Mother, and I am definitely signing out.